Alright everyone, it's time for occult literature video number 124, the biography of Satan.
Coming up on the final episode of Minoria, we're going to be talking about Joe's battles with many different types of insects and vermin. We're also going to be talking about cats and crime.
What?
And we're going to be doing a special review of a product. We're going to be doing a product review that I think you're all going to be really interested in, coming up very soon on this episode of GameSoup. And we're also going to be finishing this game, most importantly. And what a game it's been.
Is that it?
That was it. That was the gag.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Keep going.
I was so confused.
So okay, let's just do it right now.
I thought we were going to.
Yeah, we're gonna do a product review today
All right.
here on GameSoup. And the product that we're gonna be reviewing is not a canned carbonated water, but it is a vialed artesian water from Norway.
Oh, you bought Voss water.
It's called Voss, the name of this brand, and it comes in a vial, a very large glass vial.
It's water.
It costs $2. You get 1.5 pints, 3.1 fluid ounces. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, 1.5 pints, 800 milliliters.
Does it really say 3.5? It does say 3.1 fluid ounces. That is not.
No, it's 1.5 pints plus 3.1 fluid ounces. That's a really weird way to show the volume of the content. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna crack open this glass vial with a plastic cap, and we're gonna do a taste test and see if this is any better than regular water. So I'm gonna pour a glass here for Ed.
You've probably seen this before.
Pour a glass here for Joe. Yeah, this is the most ridiculous, one of the more ridiculous products that you can buy at a store. It's I
can't believe
a glass.
Hold on, we got a cheers, man.
Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers to. I don't know.
I'll let you go first. What's your review of it?
Okay, my joke review is it's water.
Yeah.
But actually, it's actually good. It doesn't have any taste at all. Because like in Deer Park, like bottled water.
Yeah.
It's painfully obvious that has like a plasticky taste, or some sort of taste.
Now, I'm not sure if it's because it's artesian water from Norway, or if it's just the fact that it comes in a glass bottle and it's not having plastic leaching into it like a Deer Park brand.
Maybe
that's probably the case. I don't think it's actually the quality of the water.
Because I'm struggling to get the taste from this water, and nothing's coming. I don't think I've ever tasted water like this before. It didn't have at least some minerals or like something.
Well, Ed, I apologize, because from now on, you're going to be spending $2 per vial of water. This is all you're going to want to drink from now on.
Vial. It's like this gigantic, tall. Yeah. That's
well,
cool
just
bottle.
Look it up. Just type Voss water on the.
I've seen it before, but I never thought to buy it. Why did you buy it?
For this gag. All right, so I hope it was worth it. We like to review water on this show, and then instead of canned carbonated water, I decided we were gonna.
We should read the nutrition facts.
We were gonna review the most ridiculous and most opulent of waters. What ingredients? Artesian water. What the fuck does artesian even mean?
It was made by an artisan. Welcome back to this channel and show and this thing. It's Minoria, the final episode. Oh my god, I'm stuck. I'm dead. You know what's coming out tomorrow, Joe? Indivisible. Not tomorrow, Tuesday. By the time you see this, that game will be out. And we just watched some gameplay.
It looks pretty good.
It looks a lot like some of this stuff looks a lot like the game that we are making. Some of this stuff.
Yeah, one of the control mechanics.
If you watched our devlogs, you probably know what that is. It's the dash to run. But as Joe said, to be fair, we stole that from somebody else.
Yeah,
but
we did not come up with the idea of dash to run. One thing I noticed about Indivisible, compared with this game, is that the backgrounds in Indivisible are three-dimensional and the characters are two-dimensional. In this game, the backgrounds are two-dimensional and the characters are three-dimensional.
Yeah.
What do you know about that?
What do I know about it? Nothing. I'm not an artsman. But I do know that I think I like it the other way around. Not this way, the other way. The way where oh, hello.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Like 2D characters, there's just something so oh my god, did you see that? Something so charming about 2D characters, especially the way they're drawn. I wonder what happens if you stand here. Nothing.
It doesn't appear. There you go.
I thought it would like crush you. Just knowing this game, it would just crush you to death.
Or it could just push you to the next available open spot, but that would look kind of cheap.
Oh, come on.
What?
Come on, boys and men.
You just leave them there.
So
you throw something down on them?
I should have.
Is there an incense that throws at an arc like that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
It is okay. It is okay. This is a long elevator. Oh, I know what's up here. Yeah, this is the strangest part of the game, I think.
Yeah, what's with these elevators in Castlevania games or Metroidvania games that move so fast?
They do move fast.
In Castlevania, that's just the Castlevania trope. The elevators just move incredibly fast enough that it would crush a man. But luckily, mostly only vampires and Dompiers are using them.
Dompiers calls forth lighting strikes around the user. There's a guy with the spotlight, and he shines a light on you with his lighting, and it's a lighting strike. So there's this room up here. This is the bedroom of somebody. Where's that note? Here it is. There's something on the bed. Inspect embroidery pattern. What is this small gift? Nobody knows. That's all that's in here. You get these experience flowers.
You get experience.
And that's it. Like this whole area. Even that, even the elevator, I guess. Well, you know, it's a shortcut, but that room right there was just nothing. Really strange. I mean, as far as I know, you can't do anything with it. It's just there to be there. That's something we were talking about, I think last time probably, about having empty rooms. We talk about this like every couple episodes or every couple months, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's a topic worth revisiting. But having empty rooms in your game and why it feels so wrong.
But it's right.
I guess I'm still.
I like having weird rooms. I like having a room that has some weird object that doesn't give the player any power or might not even explain anything of the lore of the game.
Yeah.
But that's just weird.
Oh, that's good.
And also just for breathing room.
Yeah.
That's important.
Well, like, yeah, I like that. What I'm less a fan of is a truly empty room, a room with literally nothing in it. Like, I've seen those. Even in, I think Castlevania games have had those from time to time. Some truly empty rooms in Metroidvanias.
Yeah,
it rubs you the wrong way.
All Castlevania games have those.
It's wrong. It's
not wrong.
It's complete. It can't be allowed.
I used to think that, well, not think that, but I used to like a game that had just nonstop constant action. There's nothing but action. Basically shmups, right? Or brawlers, really. Where there's just nothing besides action. There's no real story to be had, and there's no puzzles in between. No, I'm still not a big fan of using puzzles as a way to break up action.
You're not? They're like peanut butter and jelly, man. They go together. I think.
Well, not to me.
Okay, well, to be fair, like God of War, right?
Yeah.
I that's one of the prime examples that I've heard you cite, where the combat is great, but the puzzles, nobody wants to do those puzzles.
The original God of War series, yeah, I couldn't even get through the first one because
of the puzzles.
It's just boring, and there's a lot of wandering around, not knowing where to go. It's from that era of game design where it just wasn't part of game design to give the player any kind of signposts or give them any clues on where to go next. You just had to wander around all the areas you've been until you figure out where to go, or you look it up on the internet, which I do, but I used to do and still do on occasion when a game is designed in that way. But I get tired of looking it up on the internet, and then you would and back then it was mostly just text, right? You couldn't look up a video when the original God of War was out. Yeah, it was GameFAQs
like early PS2.
Yeah.
Oh, this has got to be a boss. Hello, what is this? Royal Remains.
We just get tabbed out.
Something's up with my computer. I noticed. Let's turn the volume up a little bit. I noticed that my gamepad seems to be controlling some aspect of my mouse right now.
Oh,
which I've never encountered before. However,
all right.
My cat was, to be fair, he was standing on my keyboard earlier,
The
So-
Witch of Lust. I don't know why that was funny. Why is she so large?
I don't know. That is a good question. Why is she so large?
She's a devil.
Oh!
That was a crush attack. Ed.
It was an absolute crusher. It was the #1 stunner.
So yeah, the newer God of War game from 2018. Fucking awesome game.
I've heard.
I'm pretty sure I talked about it
Yeah.
on the channel already. But I would prefer that the puzzles were not in the game, or that they were minimized, that there were less of them. Like the puzzles where you have to throw your axe at the symbols, and just the puzzles for progression, the more unique puzzles that are scattered throughout the game. I'd be fine with them not being there. I'd be fine with them just having long stretches of environments that just
still
have
neat.
no enemies, where the characters talk to each other, which they do have in the boat segments, where you're piloting the boat and moving around the overworld there.
Damn.
But I would rather just have more of the story, more interactions between the characters, and not have the puzzles. I think that's a better way to break the action up. To me, that feels better. I was enthralled with the world and the lore of God of War, but I was not enthralled with the puzzles and finding the runes that you had to throw the axe at in order to unlock the chests and all that stuff. That all kind of felt like a means to an end.
Oh.
It wasn't really particularly enjoyable. The combat was enjoyable, and the story and the characters and the interactions were enjoyable, but the puzzles, not so much. They weren't terrible. They weren't like old-style puzzles like the old God of War games or the old PS2 era action games. I put action in quotes because PS2 had very few, like that era, had very few true action games. They were mostly games that were about 25% action and 75% wandering around and doing boring puzzles.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't have a lot of fond memories of that era.
Oh, I'm surprised. Because I do.
My fond memories are of games that were generally unpopular at the time, but
I died.
had less, did not have that kind of format.
You know what game I always I always think of when I think of PS2 era games, especially like early PS2 era, is Max Payne.
Yeah, that's a good example. That's kind of what I'm talking about. A game like that.
But to be fair, that game is, as far as I'm concerned, non-stop action. It really is. Like, there's no puzzles in that
Yeah,
game.
there's not really too much.
You're just
but
murdering
I
guys.
don't remember too much about it, though.
It was just he had the silliest face.
I remember it had really crappy control.
Yeah, I think it did. I played it on PC even, and it was still hard to control.
That was Rockstar, though, right?
Was it?
No.
I can't remember.
I should know.
It was somebody big. Yeah, like it was either Rockstar or I don't know.
I mean, it controlled like an old Grand Theft Auto game, which is complete shit. The Grand Theft Auto games didn't start to have reasonable control until the fourth one. And I say reasonable. That wasn't even great, but it was
Oh.
heads and tails above the original trilogy and Vice City. Those games were... I couldn't understand the appeal because I was looking at it from a game design perspective, I guess, even back then.
So we're about
And
the
they
fantasy.
were just trash compared to the games that I was into. There were companies that were way ahead as far as gameplay
There's
and
blood.
control go.
There's blood raining from the sky here. Or skull blood.
And
or
raining
something.
from the Witch of Lust here as well. Every time you hit her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just keep that, man. You just gotta dash.
Yeah, you really can't stop there.
I don't know, man. I don't know what just happened there, but
Photo finish.
you got it.
Yeah, somehow. You know, I think overall the bosses in this game are actually easier than Momodora's bosses. I don't know if that has something to do with the transition to 3D or changing gameplay styles, but I don't know. Something about it. Like, some of these bosses in this game, like first or second try, and the only strategy is roll to the left, ///, roll to the right, ///.
Correct.
But I don't remember any bosses in Momodora being that. I might just be, misremembering. Something about this. Like, I feel like you should never be able to beat a boss in this game or a game like this on your first try.
Well, good job, Ed.
I tried. Are you hurt? Oh yeah, this area.
Oh, it's so bright.
I know. It's so unlike the rest of the game, right? Ceremonial Forest. I believe we're getting close to the grand finale, if you will.
Yeah, when the scenery changes this much,
Yeah.
when the feel of the game changes this much, that abruptly,
Oh, yeah, this is cool.
you know something's up.
Yeah.
Maybe not the end of the game, but something's about to change.
So these are platforms.
Oh,
believe it or
okay,
not.
that's cool.
Yeah, which is, you only figure that out by, you do your double jump and they are revealed, which is pretty cool. You know, when I first saw this area, I was certain that it was, because it looks exactly like the area from Momodora 3.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3?
Or
Reverie?
Yeah. No, 4.
Did I-
Reverie, where you
Okay.
start in this area. You start in a forest that looks
Yeah,
almost exactly like this.
Oh yeah, you think you were gonna meet the main
Yeah.
character from Reverie?
Yeah, I felt like this was the same area or something. And it would be nice, because, I mean, they must have the same graphic artists that worked on Momodora Reverie, right? So, this looks similar enough.
Yeah,
even though
the
it's
style is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even though it's a
pretty
completely different game.
Yeah, I imagine it's. I'm pretty sure it's the same artist. Sorry about that.
You are?
Sorry that happened.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am too. I'm a little sorry about it.
So yeah, Max Payne. There was a game that was very similar to Max Payne back in that era. It was called Dead to Rights. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Xbox version was trash, but it came out for PS2 and GameCube. I can't speak for the PS2 version. I never played that one, but the GameCube version was awesome. And if you wanted a game that was non-stop action, that was the one.
Dude, I forgot about this. This is my favorite incense.
Releases a projectile for melee attack. Wait,
Yeah.
so you now you have a ranged attack?
It did it again.
It fucking tabbed out again.
That's what is with this computer? What is with it, man? It happened again.
We might have to figure this out. I think we
yeah.
might have to figure this out now.
Look how weird this is. I'm hitting the start button and it's pulling up. It's alt tabbing.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's as if I can control my. Wait, look.
Oh, you can control the mouse with your controller.
Yeah. So,
Well, on the other monitor, the mouse is moving around as Ed is using the right analog stick.
excellent.
We were going to call our game studio Borderless Gaming at one point, but we decided not to. We decided to call it Game Soup instead of Borderless Gaming. And you would think, oh, Borderless. That's like unimagined possibilities.
Right.
Incredible possibilities and such a depth of potential. But it was really because we saw Borderless Window. And we were just going to make all our games be Borderless Window by default. So we were going to call our game studio Borderless Games. And instead we opted for Game Soup.
Right. You know, it's funny. Then we found out that Construct 2 didn't do borderless gaming that well. Borderless Windows. Neither does Game Maker. Both are completely incompetent when it comes to actually having a borderless window. You have to get an outside resource.
Just don't make it an option.
Just don't make a game. What are you doing?
Yeah, just don't make a game.
don't-
What are you doing?
That's the crappiest thing in the world, is to not make it an option, because I want to play all my games in borderless window, because nobody wants to play their game in a full screen anymore. Nobody wants that. There's no point in having it when you can just have a borderless full screen. It's identical to full screen, except you don't have to wait 10 seconds between the alt tab, and you can play on a second monitor and use GameFAQs when you're lost, which is exactly what I do. There's no benefit to full screen that I'm aware of.
You still use GameFAQs?
Well, no. No. But I mean,
You remember that though?
no, I don't remember it.
Okay, don't get killed this time.
I don't know how I got killed last time, to be fair.
Alright, I'll tell you when you don't have any health.
I
I
thought
gotta keep an eye on a lot of bars. I gotta
Yeah.
keep an eye on your health bar, and I have to keep an eye on this microphone bar constantly because
Oh, I'll
the
do that,
microphone
dude.
keeps fucking
I'll do that.
unplugging.
Don't worry
No,
about
I'll
it.
do that. You're the one playing. I'm the one who should be looking at the microphone bar.
Yeah, but the game has enough breaks.
Ed, you're putting too much work on yourself.
You think?
Don't worry
it's
about
really not, though. I'm playing a game. How much work is there to be done? Stop! Stop it!
it. So maybe it's time for me to tell you about these battles that I've had recently in
Battles?
my house.
I want to
I've
hear
been
about
going
those.
through a lot of battles.
Yeah?
Really tough ones.
Tell me.
My house.
Are you serious? I got one hit KO'd. Or O-code.
My house has been infested by vermin recently.
Oh,
Did I tell
ew.
the story about the mice? I caught a mouse in a tomato sauce jar.
You did.
I think I told
You
that
did.
on the channel. Did I tell that one on the channel? All right. Well,
I
we
think
caught
you
a
did.
mouse in a tomato sauce jar, and I dumped them off at the in a forest. All right, so that happened. We don't have mice anymore. Thankfully.
All right.
We don't have mice anymore, thankfully.
Yeah.
I did rid our house of them within about a week. Happens like every other year or so. We live in the woods, you know. They wander in. Not really much you can do about it.
It was their home first, to be fair. Right?
So, recently though, there was a cricket. The name of this story is called "The Cricket in the Kitchen." So I had a battle with a cricket. It's the largest cricket I've seen this side of the Mississippi.
Have you been on the other side of the Mississippi and saw a larger cricket?
I don't actually know if the Mississippi goes north to south or east to west. I'm that ignorant.
I also don't know.
All right, well, I don't know. It was a large cricket, I'll tell you that.
All right.
It was on a backpack on the floor in my living room, and I couldn't get a good shot at it, like with a book or something, you know? You can go up to it with a book and give it a good whack.
Oh, ew. Really? You kill crickets?
Well, yeah.
You don't
One that big?
You don't just put them outside?
Well, I don't know. How am I going to catch it? I'll just crush it.
You just put it in your hands.
All right. Well, I decided on the killing method here, and there wasn't really any way to. I wasn't going to capture this thing.
Oh, I only say that because crickets are pretty chill. They don't really seem to mind or know.
Well, when you see one this big, you just know it's got to die.
All right. Well, how big was it? Tell me. I'm
so
curious.
It had 5 hit points. I'll tell you that.
That's
You'll
pretty
find
big.
out why
All right.
in a second.
That sounds pretty big.
I don't know, man. I don't know how many inches wide it was.
All right. Well, yeah. Sorry. Continue.
So yeah, this one I couldn't get an angle on it with any of my normal killing methods. So I had to resort to the airsoft gun.
Oh no!
It was airsoft gun. It was big enough to be killed by an airsoft gun. That tells you how big it is.
Why do you still have an airsoft gun?
I don't know. I never threw it out. I have an airsoft gun.
All right.
From me and Ed bought airsoft guns when we were. I guess when we were kids. We were
young.
Young.
Wasn't that long ago, was it?
We were young.
It does not feel.
I don't think we were adults. I don't think we were legally adults when we bought them. We bought them at Walmart.
Oh God!
We took them to a playground nearby, and we're just aiming at whatever targets we could find.
Children.
And then there was a woman came by and she said, "Will you boys stop playing with those guns so that my daughter can play on this jungle gym?" I don't remember. Actually, I don't really remember anything. This isn't a very interesting story. Let's go back to the cricket story. So yeah, I pulled out this airsoft gun.
Yeah.
And I shot the cricket. I did get a hit on it, but all I did was knock off one of his legs.
Oh my God.
And he started hopping around into the kitchen, and I had to put another shot in him. I knocked
Oh my
off another.
God.
All I did was knock off another leg. I put another shot into him, and another, and another.
Oh my God.
So my kitchen was covered with cricket legs and a cricket carcass by the end of the 5 shots. He had 5 hit points. I've never seen an insect with that many hit points. And I hit him every time.
That's kind of messed up, dude. That was a big. Oh, I died.
So he suffered.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next story. Oh, it took a while to clean up, by the way.
Because you found his legs all over the place.
The next story is called "The Bees in the Basement." There were bees in my basement for some reason. I don't really know why. There was no. I looked around. There was no hive.
How many?
There was
bees?
I don't know, like 8 bees.
It's quite a lot of bees.
It's enough bees to worry a man. I don't know.
Any amount of bees is enough bees.
I left them alone. They left me alone.
Okay.
And then I didn't see them again.
But isn't there a story coming here, or is
that was the end of that one?
Oh, that's the story. It's just you let them.
Chapter 3. The mouse in the washer.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's
so
hear
this
it.
one. There was I was emptying the washer, and there was like a lint ball kind of in the washer, and it was kind of gross looking, a little wet lint ball. So I got a paper towel to pull it out, and this little wet lint ball, turns out it was a small mouse.
Was it dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somehow it got into the washer, and it got a good washing as well as it died.
Oh, that's
killing.
sad.
I got a washing and a killing.
That's really sad.
Well,
Poor rat.
when it's in your house, it really is not considered to be cute and fun anymore when it's shitting all over your kitchen.
Oh. I can see
It
how that
becomes
would be a problem.
vermin at that point.
Right.
You know, you see a drawing of a mouse in a children's book, or you see a mouse in the wild or something. You like him because he's cute.
As long as they don't live in your house, right?
But when they're shitting all over your kitchen, you want them out.
Right, right.
So you don't really want, if that's in your brain recently, you don't really mind finding one. It looks like a secret. You don't mind finding one in your washer. I mean, it's gross, but you don't feel bad for it, I guess. You do mind.
Were you like looking for one, and you happened to find it in the washer at that point?
Well, no, I wasn't looking for a mouse. No, I was looking to take the clothing out of my washer.
I mean, you suspected you had a mouse based on him crapping all over your kitchen, I guess.
So yeah, that laundry went through two wash cycles.
Attaboy. Oh, dude, how come I can't get up there? I have gotten up there before, but how I do not recall. No, that's
Chapter 4. The cat in the dryer.
How come all your stories are about appliance nightmares?
So this is a story from my childhood. We had a cat. His name was Purball because he would never stop purring. I've never seen a cat that has purred this much. You didn't even need to touch him, and he would loudly purr at the loudest maximum volume that you could imagine a cat purring.
Aww.
This cat would purr. He was one of the better cats that I've ever owned or experienced, and he died young.
Aww.
Not from the dryer, but because he used to sneak outside and run in front of cars, and eventually, you roll the dice enough times, you get run over.
Yeah.
So anyway, but one day, my mother put the laundry in the dryer, and we both heard a ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. And we're like, our clothing isn't that heavy. There weren't any heavy objects put into that dryer. Let's see what's in there. So my mother opened the dryer, and out came Purball, the cat.
Oh God.
he was real dizzy and he fell to the floor.
Aww.
That's the end of chapter 4.
That's really sad.
Chapter 5.
Yeah.
The spider at the door.
You gotta write a children's book about this, man.
There were 2 spiders, a rogue class and a necromancer class spider. The rogue class spider was quite agile. The necromancer class spider was purple.
Was purple.
These were large spiders. I don't like opening my door and seeing a spider and wondering if it's going to get caught in my hair or my face as I walk out the door. So sometimes I need to rid my doorway of spiders between the screen door and the regular door.
Right. The spider door.
Right. Spiders, for whatever reason, like to build their webs in there.
That's weird.
It's a bad place because there are predators that lurk. And one of them is me, with an airsoft gun. So it was a large spider, and he was in his web, so it's kind of hard to get a hold of him, right, and give him a good whack. So the airsoft gun was right there from the previous battle with the cricket a couple of days before, so I grabbed the airsoft gun and, 2 shots.
2 shots?
Actually, no, I think it was only 1. No, it was only 1. Yeah, he was pretty weak for a spider in our area. He splattered pretty good. We got another boss here.
Yeah. You must have really good aim, though.
Well, I just point blank them. They don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I guess they
don't. They
don't
don't know that it's a gun being pointed at them.
I guess
they don't know that a little plastic pellet that moves at about 100 miles an hour is going to be coming out of that little item that's up next to their head.
I do remember this boss. This is the boss that I was stuck on the longest probably in the whole game, and it's only because I was impatient.
Well, be patient.
Yeah, his attack pattern is so very simple that you can only screw it up if you're impatient like me.
Well, he has a very long life bar.
He does. But he's pretty easy. He just does that pretty much over and over. So if you have the patience, you're gonna survive. Whoa.
So the necromancer went down fast.
Oh yeah, there were 2 you said, right?
The rogue was a larger spider, one of these brown spiders that's very large, and it was hopping around up around the top of the door, and I was like, oh, okay, he's gone, and then he would quickly crawl back in.
Oh, creepy.
And I tried to shoot him with the airsoft gun, and he would quickly crawl back around, and then crawl back into the door. For whatever reason, he did not want to leave the little the space between the 2 doors.
Oh, yeah.
What a jag-off. So anyway, I didn't wind up getting him with the airsoft gun. I think I tried to smash him with a book. Yeah, I tried to smash him with a book. I used the book method on him, but I missed like 3 or 4 times, and he kept crawling back in. If he would have just left, he could have lived. But he insisted on staying. So anyway, I called him the rogue class because he was quite agile. Anyway, yeah, I killed him. all these battles I win, and I really feel like a big man after killing vermin and insects. It's really gives me quite a rush. It doesn't. I hate doing it. I'd rather not live in the woods.
We're gonna try this pure river. I've noticed that we're getting one shot a lot. So, which I don't remember happening in my first playthrough, or at all in this playthrough.
Well.
So I'm gonna try this one. I think this is one
Maybe
of the
we're not
new
leveled
ones.
up enough.
I mean,
I don't know. We
Aren't
did a
we,
lot of
though?
backtracking, especially off
Yeah.
camera. We did a lot of off camera backtracking last time, but I guess we did kind of just roll through everything.
I think this is about
But
the
you
level
should be
that
getting one shot.
Yeah, you really shouldn't.
453 hit points.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hit points.
Maybe
Level 39.
Maybe I had contact damage at some point that I didn't notice. But yeah,
I don't know. I can keep an eye on it.
you're already keeping an eye on two things already.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what they were, but oh my god.
Chapter 6. I'm just kidding. That was the last chapter.
Oh.
That's the only. Those are all the battles I've had recently.
What was the name of this chapter? The spider in the door.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Actually, no. We'll do a chapter 6. I just thought of one.
Yeah?
Yeah, the spider in the door. That was chapter 5. Chapter 6. The thousand-legger in the dream.
The dream. Okay.
So I was dreaming. This was 2 nights ago, I think.
Okay.
I had a dream that there was 2,000-leggers crawling around on my ceiling, and
Two-
they
Sorry.
were big. You know what a 1,000-legger is?
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah.
disgusting. They're the most disgusting-looking insect. I can't imagine. I don't think there is a more disgusting-looking insect.
Spiders are
Post
worse.
a photo if you have a photo of a
Ew.
more disgusting insect
Don't.
than a 1,000-legger.
Don't you dare. If you
in the
post
comments
that,
below.
you're getting banned.
Or you
from
can
this
post a
channel.
blobfish if you want.
Oh, blobfishes are funny.
Blob-
Actually,
no, they're not.
They're sad.
They're absolutely. They're more disgusting than any insect.
Well, okay, but
I would never want to look at one of those.
do you know why that blobfish picture is sad? Because that's not what blobfish actually look like. The only reason that blobfish looks like that is because he was brought above the he was brought up to the surface.
Yeah, and
you
it
know,
sags down, right?
Well, there's like a water pressure that they live under normally.
Yeah.
And when he was brought up from the water, he got the bends. You know what the bends is? It's when you surface too quickly, and his whole body exploded. And that's why he looks like that.
What?
That's not actually what blobfish looks like.
It's just one photo of one that got the bends.
Yeah, he exploded from the inside out.
I think you're lying to
I'm
me.
not
actually.
lying, dude.
I honestly think you're lying to me. You only have 299 hit points.
Have I ever lied to you?
On occasion.
Yeah, but only for a joke. And this is not a joke. Blobfish is no joke. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I know I just. Oh my god.
Chapter 6, the 1,000-legger in the dream. So yeah, there were
Shit.
in my dream there were two. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. It's all right.
Can you kill this guy?
I killed him once before.
All right, I apologize. That was rude.
It
So
wasn't.
listen, I had this dream. There was 2,000-leggers on the ceiling, and my wife was freaking out. They were large. They were like bigger than any 1,000-legger I've seen before, and it was in a dream, you know. So your nightmares tend to add more fuel to the fire when
Right.
when there's something fearful. They add a little extra fear to it. If it's 1,000-leggers, they're big 1,000-leggers. I don't know if they were a foot long, but they were pretty big. So I was going after him with the book method, and I was trying to kill one with the book method, and it dropped from the ceiling. But it didn't drop fast, like a 1,000-legger might if it dropped off of a ceiling. It went down on a web.
No.
like it was a spider, and I was terrified because 1,000-leggers don't spin webs.
No, they don't.
And this one was big, and it was webbing down towards me. And I woke up and jumped out of the bed. Well, not completely out of the bed, but I jumped up in the bed. I didn't scream. It wasn't one of those where you like, but it was if you see like a cartoon of a guy waking up from a nightmare,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he quickly gets up and starts screaming.
Yeah.
It was that minus the scream,
Oh my god.
and also I thought the 1,000-legger was on the bed, and I was like shifting around the bed. I woke my wife up,
That is creepy.
and she mentioned it the next day, and I told her that I had a dream where there were 2,000-leggers, and then one of them
Oh my god.
was coming at me off of a web. She thought it was gross.
2,000 leggers.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the other one. I hope I don't have that dream again, but I probably will. I only have nightmares.
Yeah, what's up with that, dude? You got a problem.
Every dream that I remember is a nightmare at least. Maybe all my dreams are good except for the ones I remember. That's the way I like to think of it. That helps me get to sleep. Because I don't want to... Think about that. You're trying to go to sleep. If all you ever do is have nightmares... If I'm having nightmares for my entire sleep time...
Yeah? You don't want to go to sleep.
yeah,
then.
you don't want to go to sleep.
Of course.
So I just got to convince myself that I'm only going to have good dreams. That's never the case.
I mean, you should be remembering all of your dreams, whether they're good or bad, not just the bad ones.
I don't remember most of them.
Maybe you have a split personality. Uh-oh!
Yeah, I have some hidden darkness.
The other guy just comes
It's not
out.
really that hidden. Well, we all have a dark, evil side.
Here's what I'm gonna try.
We're all capable of such evil.
We're gonna
Unimaginable.
We're gonna try this one. Northern Sky Incense. Better be good. Oh no, it wasn't good. Oh, it wasn't good at all.
You need a... Yeah.
Well, that's all our heals. Oh, we do have that cursed
Don't we
one.
have another heal,
Yeah,
though?
the one that curses you.
We might as well.
Where is it? There it is.
Foul incense.
Yeah.
Curse the user.
You know why that's okay, though? Because we have this other one that cures status ailments.
There you go.
So you just have to use them in a row. Let's see.
Sounds complicated.
It is. I gotta get my bearings here. That's what I should be doing. This attack. Okay.
Come on. The only thing I wish is for you to kill this guy.
Wait, did I not equip that thing? I didn't. Where is it? Cures all status ailments. Because now I'm cursed. Oh, I did the wrong thing. And I'm cursed.
Okay. You've got foul incense equipped. The microphone is working.
Uh-oh, uh-oh,
You have
uh-oh.
max hit points. You need to heal. You need to heal right away.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, this is it. No more heals.
It's alright. It's not alright. Wait, what can I use?
Bone dust. Unleash a small projectile.
Oh, that's too small.
Yeah, that's a little bit too small for this job.
I need the biggest bird feeder you have.
That's too big.
No, that's too big. No damage. Are you kidding? You kidding me? Uh-oh. Oh! Oh!
I was really rooting for you that time.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's been, but we can take a break and come back if you really want.
No. I mean, we can do. Let's do one more try.
All right.
We'll do one more try, and then we'll come back.
I'm really not this incompetent in real life. Well, okay, no, maybe I am. But I've beaten this boss before. That's what I'll say. We'll try some different incenses here. These are all garbage. All pure garbage.
All right. I'll tell one more story.
Okay.
So the next story is called Leon.
Oh, yeah?
Leon's my cat. Chapter 1. Leon gives paw. If you tell Leon to give you his paw, he'll give you his paw and you can shake it.
Yeah?
If you tell Leon to give you his paw, he'll give you his paw, you can shake it, and then you can ask him to give you his other paw. He'll do so. So you have one paw in each of your hands. Then you can ask Leon to give you a kiss.
No.
And Leon will put his nose up to your nose and give you a kiss. Yeah.
God, that's cute. That's so cute. How do you handle that?
It took a while to teach him how to do it. But I did it like twice a day. Every time I fed him, I would make him do that.
Aw. So you actually did train him then. You
Yeah.
trained him to do that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
So he'll do it without getting fed, but you can't do it too many times because then he'll stop doing it. Because he really only does it to be fed. But yeah, I pretty much treat him like a circus clown.
He's a young cat too, right?
Yeah, he's 2.
He can still be trained.
He can do up. He can jump on your lap. I have a setup. I can throw a treat up onto a high up area and have him jump up onto it. But I mean, I think most cats would probably do that if they know that food is up on a high area. So that's kind of not a trick. So he knows like 3 tricks, maybe 4. He'll give you his paw. He'll give you both paws and a kiss. He'll give you what else? He'll do up. He'll like stand up. You know, like a dog will beg, I guess. Is maybe the dog version of the trick. I call it up. What else? He'll jump on your lap. Is that 4? I don't know.
He'll
Those are the
jump on your
things he
lap?
can do.
That's a trick that all cats do.
Well, he'll do it on command, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cats. Well, yeah, a lot of cats will jump on your lap when they want to if they're cold or something. But,
Yeah.
But he'll jump on your lap on command.
Oh, get wrecked. This dragon.
Chapter
Dragon or
2.
Dog or...
Leon cries in the car. He was left at the kennel, or at the vet, for a week. Oh, congrats, by the way.
On what?
That you killed that boss.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I mean, that was the focus here.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think it was not a dragon, but a dog of some sort. Some sort of canine animal.
Yeah. He had a cool visage.
Mm-hmm. Now, where were we with instances? What did we have equipped? This is good enough. Who cares? All right, onward. Tell me about.
Oh yeah, he was
Leon at
crying.
the
He never shuts up in the car, so he was crying in the car, and he was crying particularly a lot on the way home from the kennel for some reason. We got home and we had his cat carrier in the living room for a day or two, and I kept smelling cat piss.
No.
Anyway, I guess I kind of revealed the end of the story, but he peed himself in the while we were taking him home, most likely. So that's where the smell was from. So I had to clean that out real good.
That poor kitty.
Yeah.
That's really sad. You know, it's funny. We
And there he is. That is not Leon.
No.
That is the Game Soup cat. His name is Oliver, which I think we revealed earlier in this
Yeah.
series.
A couple weeks ago, well, I guess it was last month now, Joe and I were out of town together. And when we got back, I had to go pick up Oliver from my sister's place because that's where he was staying so that somebody could feed him.
Yeah.
And I went over there and I put him in the cat carrier. He didn't say a word. And it was a 30-minute drive back home. He didn't say a damn thing.
Yeah, he doesn't really care.
But he does, though, because any other time he'll scream and
really? He will?
complain.
Oh.
I mean, he does that when I'm home doing nothing. He'll just come in here and just scream and complain like it's his job.
Well, yeah, because he wants attention.
Yeah. But then when he was in the car, he didn't care at all.
Oh, he was traumatized.
Oh, that's probably it. He was probably traumatized, yeah. God, he was so cute, though.
He's a
so
jerk
cute.
around other cats. We had to watch him one time.
Yeah, he is a jerk around other cats.
We watched him at our house one time, and we had another cat back at that time, and boy, he really didn't like our cat.
He used to live with another cat, much younger cat,
Yeah.
and the Game Soup cat is actually a jerk. He
Yeah.
used to eat the other cat's food,
Yeah.
like push him out of the way when they were when they both had their own cat food because one was really old and you know they had to keep their food separate. And he would eat all his food and then push the other one out of the way and eat his food.
Yeah.
And then he would throw it all up, which was the biggest indignity of all. Not only would he eat it, but he would just
throw it up.
regurgitate it because like it didn't matter to him.
Yeah. He was just eating it so the other cat couldn't.
Yeah, like how unbelievably rude.
Dastardly.
Yeah. Man. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, come on. Does
Yeah.
he really want to leave now? I just
really-
closed the fucking door.
Yeah, he's like this, man. You know cats.
All right, so cat stories.
Cats.com/GameSoup for 10% off your next purchase. I wonder what cats.com is. It must be a thing.
I'm sure it is. It's probably a website where you can buy cat food and litter.
Oh yeah, it's probably like Petco, sponsored by Petco.
Yeah.
All right,
Wasn't that a famous story? Pets.com became worthless. It was
Really?
like the .com bubble.
I have
During
no
the
idea.
.com bubble.
I've
Yeah.
never heard that.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess it seems plausible enough. Shrek'd, ladies and gents.
So listen,
Oh, yeah.
don't be mean.
To who?
You didn't let me finish my sentence.
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that's all you were saying. Was don't be mean. And I was like,
Don't,
oh my god.
don't be mean about other people's taste in music.
Okay.
You know, because that music is a unique art form, I would say. There's a certain time and place where you find a group or an artist that you really like or song you really like, and it hits you at the right time in your life, and it has meaning to you, and it makes you feel something. And another person might never have that point in their life, or maybe they just, during the point in their life where they would have liked that song, they didn't run across that song, so they might not like it now.
I think
People's taste changes,
pretty sure you talked about this on the channel before.
but a lot of people will badmouth other people's music and say it's bad.
Yeah.
There's certain genres of music, like a lot of people maybe don't like pop music, right? They'll they'll think it's just garbage, or they'll not like. Well, for instance, back in the '90s or late '90s, early 2000s, we had a genre called nu metal, spelled N-U metal, one of the most maligned genres of music in the history of mankind.
Wait,
you know?
I just went all the way around for nothing? Was this just a big circle?
That was a genre of music that I was into.
Oh, really?
And
who's in nu metal? Slipknot?
Yeah, Slipknot.
Aren't they just regular metal? What's the difference?
Nah.
Oh.
I mean, it falls under the category of metal. Nu metal is a subgenre of metal. I don't think there's another category of music that has so many subcategories as metal. I can't keep track of all of them.
Alt rock? Don't you think? Maybe? Maybe not. It's hard to tell. Uh-oh.
Isn't it beautiful, Amelia? The forest of Minoria. There's nothing else like it.
That's the name of the game!
Yeah. Go ahead, you read the princess part.
Only the eyes of a heretic would see beauty here. You have gone insane. The sibling I knew would never become a witch like you.
Then perhaps you didn't know me so well, dear sister. Me and Momodora?
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to read.
You said do not speak of her.
You will pay in blood. I'm assuming it said mother. Me and mother or something. This forest will burn and you will burn together with it. Oh, this must be a boss fight.
We have uninvited company, dear sister. But theirs will be a short stay. What's she mean? Oh, is that like a Japanese little laugh?
Oh my dear Christ.
It did half of your hit points and damage. You should be used to this by now.
I was more surprised at the attack pattern, the actual hitbox. There was such a delay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was what I was really surprised about.
Princess Poem.
Excuse me.
Look at how much fucking damage that did.
That is incredibly rude.
I'm surprised by that amount of damage now. You might die in one hit. You got... Yep. That'll do it.
Wow. Me oh my.
So... Yeah, music is weird in that way. It's an art form where there's a certain time and place in somebody's life where it hits them in a certain way, and you just didn't. It just didn't happen for you in the same way. You were not an angry suburban kid like I was, so you didn't get into nu metal. I wasn't a. I don't know what's another genre of music that I didn't get into. Indie rock. I didn't really get into indie rock.
Nah, me neither.
Right, but maybe you, maybe that was it. Just hit you in the right way at the right time in your life, and you got into it.
Oh, that sounds about right. I don't know what that attack is meant to be dodged. How?
So there's music that takes less skill and talent to make. We can admit that, but
I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely true, but it doesn't make it bad because it took less skill and talent to make. Like, if we only cared about skill and talent, we would only be looking at Michelangelo paintings and sculptures, and everything. All other art would be trash, right?
Right.
Only the top tier, like on that level, would be considered wonderful, and everything else would be considered trash. We don't care about. We care somewhat the technique and the skill, especially if you are an artist, but. More, we care about how it makes us feel, how the art makes us feel. And music, I think, is particularly powerful. It might be the most powerful art form as far as making us feel something when we need it at a certain time in our lives. So, you know, don't badmouth other people's music. I think I learned this lesson when I was younger. I used to live with this guy, Kyle, and he was listening to a new album that just came out probably that day. And I came in the house, and I was known for... That doesn't matter what I was known for. So I walked in. I was known for being kind of a jackass. Oh. But I walked in the house and I heard this music playing. I was like, what the hell is this? Country music? It wasn't country music. I just was using it as an insult. And don't insult people if they listen to country music. Some people like country music. It touches their soul. And in a way that it doesn't touch yours. Just leave them alone. But anyway... I said, what the hell is this? Country music? And he was like, come on, man. I was trying to enjoy this album. This album just came out. I like this music. You know, you don't have to like it. Now every time I hear this song, I'm going to think about Joe saying this rude thing to me.
Aww.
He didn't say it in those words, but basically that was what I understood the meaning to be. And I was like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't do this. So, you know.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, that's I think it's probably true, but.
Just kidding. Oh.
But I don't do that anymore, you know? And yeah, I was kind of embarrassed that I used to like nu metal, you know? I was really into Korn and Slipknot.
You shouldn't be embarrassed. You were just saying.
Remember the band Korn?
I've heard of them, and that's it. I don't think I've ever heard a song by them.
You probably have.
Maybe.
Yeah, you almost definitely have. They were like the original nu metal band, I would say.
Okay.
Like if you go back and if you have never heard of them before and you go and listen to Blind, that was like their first hit song. If you listen to that song just as a kid now, I can't imagine that you would feel the same thing that we felt when we heard it. But there was nothing else like this back then. Like that was an anthem for us.
Oh yeah?
For us angry suburban boys.
Shit.
But I don't think that well, if you have heard that song and you're of a younger generation, maybe let us know.
Are you kidding me?
Let me know what you felt about it.
Are you kidding me? Oh, this is the last boss, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we kind of accidentally speed ran through the last area. There's much more in this area to see. And I actually forgot that this was the last boss until she had 2 forms, which is just how it's kind of not memorable. This last boss. But I actually had less trouble with her on my own playthrough. At least because I was totally stone cold sober on that playthrough. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, we had some wine.
But yeah, it's more nostalgia.
Right.
That old music. Like I don't listen to new metal style music, and I listen to very little any kind of really new heavy metal music. I don't really follow it. But I have nostalgia for it, so I'll go back and I'll listen to the old music sometimes, the old heavy metal music. But I didn't for a long time go back and listen to my new metal music because it was so maligned, and others' opinions had influenced me so much. Like my interest in Korn and Slipknot, for instance. They were 2 of my favorite bands when I was a young man. But recently I went back and I've been listening to them again, and it's great, man.
Yeah?
It's great for me. It kind of takes you back to a certain time.
Yeah.
It's not really what I'm into now, but...
That's okay. What is that? I don't know what that attack was.
It still makes me feel something, and I think that's the whole point of music and art in general, but I think music especially exemplifies it. So don't be embarrassed about your taste in music, and don't make fun of others' taste in music.
Oh, these are all Garbo. Oh, come on, that hitbox, man.
Come on, Snake Witch. I mean, some people are into some weird stuff.
Will you still make fun of people that like Insane Clown Posse?
I was thinking about that. That was the first one that came into my mind. Is like, is there an exception to this rule? And yeah.
Jeez.
No, I'm just kidding. After all that, no, I mean, Insane Clown Posse speaks to a certain group of people. I've never been in that group of people, but I've been friends with guys who have been
Really?
into that. Yeah. I've been friends with actually, I think 3 people that have been into, no more. I think more.
Yo.
I've been friends with a lot of people that were into ICP. I was like, not my thing, but
It's somebody's thing.
yeah.
I guess you can't judge, right? I mean, I want to judge,
Yeah.
but I guess I can't. Yo! The reach on that!
Yeah.
The reach!
I saw that.
I
saw that.
thought that was it. That was the clincher.
Oh, man.
We'll get it this time.
So, yeah, some people are into the strangest things. Like, I was so embarrassed to be in the school play when I was in elementary school. I didn't know the word at the time, but cringe is the word. I did not want to participate. I didn't want to participate in just about anything at school, but I did not want to participate in a thing where I had to stand in front of people and sing, in quotes, a song.
Some people like that.
I know some people like that, and they should be allowed to do that. That's their prerogative. They're allowed to do that. But just don't drag me into it. So whenever we did the school play in elementary school, I think for 6 fucking years, we were forced to be in the school play in the chorus. Some of the kids were into it, and they wanted to have parts in the school play, you know? Not me. Not me. What I did was I would stand on the risers, and I would move my mouth. I'd pretend to sing the song. I never sang the song.
Aw.
I hated it. It made me feel like such a dork.
Yeah. And being forced to do something like that, nobody wants that.
I was not into it. I remember I told my mom, I think it was in the 3rd grade school play, I was like, can I just not go? Can I just not? Because, you know, your parents go with you the night of the actual play.
Right.
Not the practice, but the night of the actual play. I mean, your parents go with you, take you to the school, and then you have to...
Oh my God.
They just watch you in the chorus. Maybe they bring the video camera and tape you moving your mouth.
Yeah. I just made a huge mistake. I meant to be using a lightning incense. I used all the heals.
Oh. Well, that'll do it. All right.
Yeah, you know, being forced to do that kind of thing is, you know, just as bad as anybody being forced to do anything they don't want to.
Yeah, she made me go.
Yeah.
But to her credit, as I got older and she realized that I was a nihilist who didn't care about anything.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I didn't go to my graduation ceremony.
Oh.
I graduated from a class of over 1,000 students.
Okay.
From the reports I had from my other nihilist friends, it took 6 hours, and it was in the rain.
6?
I stayed
outside.
Yeah, I stayed home. I cleaned my room, and I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Dude, that is...
It was a much better use
Yeah.
of my time than going to the graduation.
How can you even argue against that?
And I don't regret it. I have never regretted it for a second.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I also didn't buy yearbooks or class rings or any of that
Yeah.
nonsense, and I also do not regret it. The only thing I actually regret is not dropping out. That's not a joke.
I know it's not a joke, but somebody listening to this might not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute. And he's stuck in here forever.
Oh my God. Excuse me. I gotta remember to edit that out. I just burped a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
Oliver, we can't do this right now. I'm busy. I'm busy killing a snake with
All right, I can let him out.
No, you shouldn't. Teach him a lesson he'll never forget. You know
I'll
what I
teach him a lesson. I'll teach him a lesson that if he yowls, he gets out.
mean? Oh, that's the wrong lesson, though. You don't want him to.
And then if he yowls, he's gonna... You know what he's gonna do, though?
What's that? Oops.
Are you even gonna leave? I opened the... He's not leaving.
After all that, huh? So what is it that he wants exactly?
I don't know. Do you want beef jerky?
Oh, he probably smells
Oliver?
the food, dude. That's probably it. Look, and now he's like sitting at the door, like, why won't you let me out?
I gave a piece of beef jerky to my cat today.
Oh, yeah?
A little piece fell on the floor, and he couldn't chew it up because cats, their teeth are made for tearing meat apart. They're made for tearing flesh into little pieces,
Yo! Yeah.
and he couldn't do it because house cats are raised on a diet of little pebble crunchy food and soft canned food.
And that's how you do that part.
Great job, Ed from GameSoup.
Let this cat out of the door, out of the bag.
Whenever I call Ed on the phone,
Yeah.
I say, hello, is this Ed from GameSoup? That's his name.
None.
He doesn't have a last name. I don't think they know our last names. I don't think we even put him in the credits of our... We didn't.
Why
didn't
would
put him in
we?
the credits of our game. We just put Joe and
We're
Ed.
not going to dox ourselves. Not that it really
It's
matters
not really
because we're
doxing
nobodies.
yourself.
Yeah, but, I mean...
People usually... Well, in credits, it's... Almost no one just puts their first name or a nickname. It's usually their full name.
That is true.
My name is actually not very doxable, though. I have one of the most common names, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you were lucky in that respect. I
All
think
right.
I'm pretty doxable, unfortunately. Am
Yeah,
I?
probably.
I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
None, stay back. Let me be the one to end her life. So we have the option. We can,
I think the princess is bad.
you think?
Yeah. Did you see how she was talking earlier?
Yeah.
All evil?
All right.
Refuse.
All right.
Refuse.
Let's refuse. We'll be the good boys. I said stay back. That is an order.
Sister Samila, what will you...
Wait. We have to refuse again?
I guess, yeah. We have to be really
Adamant.
adamant. Yeah.
What is this treason?
Treason?
Whose side are you on? Hey, devil officials are turning our people...
Into plants? Is that what's been happening in this game?
Is that what you want for us, to become part of this accursed forest? She's ruined my body. She's the cause of our misery.
Your Highness, the witches are.
Witches are heretics. Your only role in this world is to kill them. disappear from my sight.
Wow.
Wow.
Look
Oh my god.
at how many stabbings that was. Did you count that? I think it was 7 stabs.
Yeah.
Princess Amelia, what have you done?
What you were ordered to do.
We've seen enough of this. Please, no more, Your Highness. You can't dispose of others just because they are different. I am sure we can find some common...
Didn't you just open the door for him to leave?
About 4 times in a
Is it-
row. He just never
Is
stopped.
this show about Oliver? Or is this show about...
This show has always been about Oliver.
Find some common ground without further violence.
Are we implying men like the witches walk free? Their existence goes against the wills of the saints we are meant to protect. I would sooner embrace death than... Oh, crap. Oh, sins.
Is being alive such a sin?
What a disappointment you've turned out to be!
Wait, is this it? No. Is
Wow,
this...
that was jaw-dropping.
Maybe the... Uh-oh. This is a boss. This is not the... Oh.
Did you do it the other way last time and you don't have to fight her?
I made a huge boo-boo.
Now you have to fight her.
Wait. Is this like a... This must be a fake last boss, right?
Well, yeah, she's not really that powerful.
Yeah, I thought
She
this
just
was...
has a knife, and you have
And she's not really doing a whole lot.
yeah, you have fighting skills and also a much more powerful weapon and many incenses.
Alright. I was under the impression that when this just started like 5 seconds ago, I was under the impression that this was going to be like a super boss that I just missed last time. Maybe it is though. Is she going to turn into a monster? Look at me duck. Look at me duck.
That wouldn't be an uncommon trope.
Yeah.
For that to happen.
Oh my god. Oh, I guess that was actually it. So either way you slice it, last boss, pretty underwhelming.
It's like Mr. Burns in the Simpsons game.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? He dies in one hit, right?
Yeah. After you knock him out of the robot.
Right.
Your Highness, the Archduke from Ranilla has arrived. Wait, didn't we just kill her?
No, Brunelli is a different place, I think.
Oh.
I heard you...
Oh, wait. This is the other person. Oh.
I heard you different time, Camp 4.
Is there anything I can do? The nun who spared me, have they found her? That's us, right?
Yeah.
Not yet, but there aren't enough men for the job.
I'm getting my accents mixed up.
Your Highness, we must get going. The castle isn't safe.
We abandoned the castle. Then what? The entire city of Oromir? Oromie? As well? I cannot understand why the sacred office would call for a truce with the witches. I do not understand why those nuns sympathize with my sister. Why is any of this happening to me? Wait, is this the lady that we just killed?
Yeah.
Or is that
I think
us now?
I think we spared her. How could this happen to me?
I'm so lost. I feel so incompetent. Like when you're playing a game and also trying to follow the story. I was one of the blades sent by the church to execute the witches responsible for the ceremony. Under the veil, I was Sister Samilla. That was us. That was us. Right?
Yeah. It's been some time since the war.
Oh.
Things have been changing slowly, yet no amount of change can undo the past. All we can do is learn from it.
We killed the queen, or the princess, or
I
whatever.
still carry with me the memory of those days, the corpses, the smell of blood. I wish to forget it all, save for one. The memory of a precious flower, a delicate, gentle flower. Sister Samilla.
So we're the queen now. Look at me. I'm the queen now. Or something like that. Aww. Yeah, I didn't get this ending last time. If you ask me, this is the worst ending. This is the bad end. My face is incredibly itchy, thanks to Oliver, the game Soup Cat. Staff roll? I thought these were pizza roll.
Did you get that from somewhere?
I don't know.
No, you didn't.
Director, Ard. See, these guys do it too. They don't even put their real names. That guy's name was Ardine.
Yeah.
Look at these dudes.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Well, I guess a lot of people do use pseudonyms. What are they called?
Pseudonyms.
Pen names?
Well, yeah, pseudonyms. That's right.
Stan Lee. He used a pen name. That coward. Oh yeah, you shouldn't speak ill of the dead. That coward.
Because he's not actually dead. He's secretly been alive this whole time.
That'd be cool.
Fainton Daku Ardine. Ardine was the director.
Yeah, I heard that he faked his death and he lives in Cuba now.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I have heard that. From you, actually. Electro Bear.
That Stan Lee faked his death and lives in Cuba.
Yeah, you told me that already.
All right. I don't think that I did, but
No.
all right.
Did you just come up with that?
No.
Oh. Did somebody else say that?
No.
Oh.
That's that is the theory
Oh.
that Tupac is alive and that he faked his death and now lives in Cuba.
Right.
There are numerous YouTube videos that are quite well documented and told by completely sane individuals who don't have weird music in the background, a bunch of really blurry JPEGs in their video, and they really seem to know what they're talking about Tupac being alive, and I believe them.
This is sarcasm, right? I can't tell.
I went down the rabbit hole like years ago because I want him to be alive, and ideally what I want is that he is producing tons of songs to be released on his death, on his true death, and that when he dies we will get catalogs of wonderful Tupac songs that have never been released. We'll get like hundreds of songs that he's just been recording in Cuba.
Aww. That would be nice. Although, if I were him, I don't think I would be able to hold it in. You know, as an artist,
Yeah, that would be tough.
You want to release your stuff. You want to get it out there somehow.
Well,
Even
there
if
are
it's-
theories that that there are some pseudonyms that he uses and some guys that he plays that he records the music and pretends that these guys are actually the ones that are recording the music. Body doubles, if you will. One of them is Casanova the Don.
Is that a person?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay.
That just basically sounds just like Tupac. I think actually he's just a guy who sounds just like Tupac. He's not actually Tupac.
Okay. You think maybe he's getting his songs through Tupac and just performing them?
No.
No.
Actually, no.
Because if it were me, I would make other people perform my music, knowing that I couldn't actually stick my head out there.
I think the odds that he's alive is like 40%.
Oh my god, that's really high.
Yeah, it's pretty high. I think the odds are about 40%. Now, the odds that Elvis is alive are like 1%, like very, very low, because he would have died of old age by now.
Yeah.
But the odds that he did not die in the way that was reported, not very high. He probably died on a toilet like it was reported.
Probably. I can't imagine a more embarrassing death.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would have reported that were it not true. New areas of the library have been unlocked. Be sure to check them. Did he actually die on the toilet eating a KFC?
Yeah. I heard that Tupac's last words were "fuck you."
He deserved to die. I'm just kidding. That's terrible. Why would he say that?
He was
talking to a nurse?
He
No,
was,
he get shot,
No,
didn't
he
he?
was shot. Yeah, and he was bleeding on the street,
Oh.
and a cop picked him up,
Oh.
and he saw he looked in the cop in the eye, and he said, "Fuck you."
Why?
And then he died because he
Oh.
hated the cops. You know, he was Tupac.
All right. That's a horrible last thing to say
Yeah.
to somebody.
Well, he was kind of a resentful guy. He's not really a guy you should be trying to emulate.
Guess what? Retrieve mystery gift. Blade of Judgment. Reverie under the moonlight.
All right, so we should talk about this game, Minoria.
There's still more to see, my friend. Blade of Judgment. Now this is this the weapon from Reverie under the Moonlight? Sure doesn't look like it. Sure looks like every other weapon we've seen so far, doesn't it? So what's the
It's
difference?
red.
It is red. Oh, did you know there's a way to get over 100% map completion? But really,
Donkey Kong Country?
congrats on making it. What do you mean? What do you mean Donkey Kong Country?
Oh, you could get more than 100% completion in that
Oh,
game.
I see.
I don't know why I said that one. There's 1,000 games where you can get more than 100% completion on.
Anything I say now will irremediably, I didn't know that word, become part of the game. In that case, Devoir is live and well. These are the devs, by the way. It's just, she's my favorite. These are all different devs and...
Did you know that 99% of our vocabulary is learned by the time we're 5 years old? Or when we're 5 years old? Because after that, all we do is whenever we hear a new word, we just think of another word that is similar, has a similar definition to it, and we just connect it to that word. We just attach it to that word. So we don't actually fully understand the meaning of many of the words that we think we're learning.
Yeah.
We just attach it to an old word.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because once you grow up, you can't learn new languages for that same, well, not for that same reason, but along the same lines, you know? Like
It's
once
much
you're
more
5,
difficult. It's just easier to remember.
Yeah.
I can't think of an example. There's got to be a good example.
What did we just pick up? Maple leaf. Here's that maple leaf from Minoria 3.
Oh
And
yeah,
look,
no,
it's
that looks different.
Yeah, but it's the exact, it's like the same moveset even.
Yeah, it's like a 3-hit combo thing.
They're all like this basic pattern, I think. Right?
It's cool though. I mean,
This one has an overhead component. This one's cool. Wait, is this just a clone of the other? Of this one, Brunhilde? I think it's the same exact weapon, just that's red.
yeah, one's red. Yeah, that's one way to. That's a way to increase your assets. In the
I
game.
guess. Oh, this one's cool.
Palette. It's the same thing as doing a palette swap.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I mean, the game only launched with, I think, 3 different weapons or 4.
Remember in
3?
Chrono Trigger, all the swords were the same color except for Demon Edge. There was a sword called Demon Edge and it was purple. I thought it was the coolest.
Is that the ultimate weapon?
I don't think so. It's pretty good. It's one of the later game weapons, I think, from what I remember. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments, or if you know anything about Demon Edge or Chrono Trigger weapons, or Chrono Trigger in general, or Squaresoft titles, just leave it in the comments.
Oh my god, look at that. This is her double jump. It's actually a jump. I didn't know that. Does it jump higher than normal, I wonder? Let's find out.
I thought it was an attack.
Oh, it looks like
It's
it jumps
about
about
the
the same height. 'Cause I'm really having a tough time actually telling what the difference between these weapons is. Aside from, like, one of them has, like, an overhead attack, and I guess this one has projectiles, but they're all very similar. What can I do for you? Oh.
Frailty increase. Oh, I thought it said frailty increase. Frailty incense. Well, then why would you want to increase your frailty?
And this is what it does. You take maximum damage from any enemy attack. So... yeah, they really went above and beyond giving you incenses that make the game harder, actually. Believe it or not. Because there's that one, and there's also several that we have. There's one that... oh yeah. You stop gaining experience. Something else.
They give you more of a challenge.
Yeah. So now we can warp. Finally.
Finally.
But we don't know where these take us. You don't get to look on the map and decide where you want to go. You just pick from this list. And you have to remember.
I mean, there are only 5 warps.
Yeah, but where do these take you?
Go to the ceremonial forest.
That's where we just were.
Yeah. Go back.
Where do you think it's going to take us? I don't
Actually,
know.
I don't know what part of the map it would. I
just
guess
takes you to the entrance,
of the...
yeah.
it looks like it just takes you to the entrance of that area.
And here's the other thing. If I didn't want to be here, say I chose wrong by accident, I need to get back to the library, right? How do I get back there?
How do you get back there? Would you just have to go back to the library?
We have to find one of the save points that has one of those blue lights coming out of it.
Oh.
But where are they on the map? They're not on there. So I get to wander around until I find one of the save points that happens to have that. I mean, I would consider that a pretty big flaw.
So this brings me to one of my points.
Oh yeah? Tupac, right? Are we done with that?
Don't disrespect the player's time.
Right.
That's one of the lessons. Now, there's a reason why there's teleport stations, teleport rooms in Metroidvania games. It's because it takes a really long time to traverse an entire game. A whole map for a game takes a very long time to traverse across it. And this isn't the largest Metroidvania, but it still took us a long time. There was a point in the game where we went off camera and we spent 20-30 minutes probably wandering around the map figuring out where to go. And that's part of Metroidvanias is backtracking, but also part of it is teleporters. And the reason why that's such a trope in Metroidvania games is because it saves the player a lot of time and it reduces the frustration of having to backtrack and looking around for areas that you haven't explored. especially when you can't remember the reason why you couldn't get into a certain room. Did you need the double jump? Did you need the red key? Did you need the ground slam? You don't know.
That's where map markers come in handy too.
Yeah, map marker would help, but I think that would be a band-aided solution in this case. I think you just need the teleporter. Like just to have the teleporters accessible. There's a reason why it's a trope. If it's not broke, it doesn't need to be fixed. Don't fix it, as the saying goes. I hate to use, what do you call them? Platitudes. But in this case, I think it applies.
So, I mean, I'm not quite sure why those essential features are missing. I wonder if I don't think it's a conscious choice. I think they just didn't think about it. I don't think they considered
added at the end.
I don't think they were like, oh, we definitely need to label those library teleporters on the map. I think they just didn't think about it, which is almost worse in a way, It's like that's more of a stain than if they said, no, this is a conscious decision. We don't want the player to have any way to get around until they've already beaten the game, and we're also not going to label that thing on the map. But who would do that, and for what purpose? And I disagree. You know what I mean? I really wonder.
So, we're in a period of time where there are so many video games being released.
Right.
Anyone who's a game fan can obviously sees that. So there are really I think there are two extremes. I could be wrong on this. I've been thinking about this recently. But I think there's two extremes as far as game design goes. You either completely respect the player's time as much as possible, or you completely disrespect the player's time as much as possible if you want your game to be successful or profitable. If you want people to play your game, whether success to you is you want people to play your game, or whether success to you is profit, or both, then you need to go in one of those two directions. Now, respecting the player's time is things like teleporters in a Metroidvania, not having too much repetitive gameplay where you have room after room of the same enemies over and over again, or the same type of puzzles over and over again, or running the same dungeon over and over again to get different gear, right? So that's respecting the player's time. You tell them a piece of the story, and you send them through a unique world, a unique piece of the world. You tell them a unique part of the story. You send them through a unique world. If you want to maximize respecting the player's time, you don't even use palette swaps. I'm not advising that. Don't do that, because you can expand your... There's a little bit of a fine line. There's a little bit of a wiggle room in there, but if you really wanted to go to the maximum, you wouldn't even use palette swaps. I guess the maximum, you wouldn't even ever have the same enemy appear twice. But that would be ridiculous. So I'm not saying go to the point of ridiculousness, but I'm saying that you want the player to be having a high rate of awesome per second, as what's the name of that channel? Extra credits. Oh, they used to say. I used to watch Extra Credits, but they had there was a video on there called Awesome Per Second, and you want to give the player as much awesome per second as possible. You don't want to be dragging the game out. Like, crafting systems are a really good way to drag a game out, and if you're spending a lot of time pulling plants out of the ground in order to, you're gathering plants or animal hides in order to craft an item that will increase your character's stats, there's a good chance that the awesome per second of this game is not very high. You're doing a lot of boring tasks, and you're more than likely just addicted to the game. You're not actually having a meaningful experience. Let's use the word meaningful. I think that's better than, I was going to say fun, but I think meaningful is a better experience, or a better word for the experience.
I don't know. I could argue the other way. If I were to play devil's advocate, I would say that people that raid on WoW are getting a lot out of it, and it's not about the awesome per second in that case. It's about the teamwork.
That brings me to my other side.
Yeah.
The other way you can be successful with your game is by completely disrespecting people's time. Now, there is something to be said for mastery of a game. Like, for instance, in World of Warcraft, like raiding, or any MMO really, high-level raiding, or like a card game like Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering. You're kind of doing the same thing over and over again, but you're competing either against other players or against the game, and you're trying to get better at it. Or a fighting game, I guess. That's another good example. where you are pretty much looking at the same artwork, the same characters again and again and again, but it's more about the competition in that case. But if we're talking about a story game or single player experience, then respecting the player's time is usually the better route. However, if you want to make money, then yeah, if you want to be successful and make money, you can do it by respecting the player's time. But another way you can do it is by completely disrespecting the player's time and creating the most addictive Skinner box that you can, right? Like with Shadow Legends, Raid Shadow Legends.
I've never heard that. Is that actually a game?
It's just a phone game that a lot of YouTubers have been shilling.
That sounds like the most generic game ever created.
Yeah, it is.
So I just discovered something funny. I wanted to look at the map because I want to find out where I need to go to get secrets, right? Because there's still some left to do. So I go to the map. You can't look at the map from here.
It's unavailable.
So I have to randomly choose a location somewhere and hope I'm close to the thing that it is I'm looking for, which I don't know what that is yet. And if I'm wrong, I have to load back in or find the library again.
Wow.
So there's some rough edges. I think that's what gets me.
So this is a game that I think should probably be in the category of respecting the player's time, because it's trying to tell us a story. It's trying to have unique and awesome gameplay. Maybe not that unique, but it's trying to have gameplay that feels good and a story that feels rewarding to experience.
You know, this is their 5th outing in this genre. Why is it still rough around the edges like this? Especially when these weren't concerns I had for Momodora Reverie.
Yeah, Momodora Reverie was
like, I don't remember
pretty much a masterpiece. I mean, that was pretty damn good game.
I mean, yeah, nothing's perfect, but
yeah,
I didn't
have too much bad to say about that one.
I feel like certain things,
even Momodora 3, really.
Yeah, certain things I feel like stick out now that I never noticed before. I don't know why that is exactly. So there is that one instance that increases your experience by 100%, and I don't remember where it is. So, you know, of course we're not going to waste your time and spend all night looking for it, unless that's what you're into.
Yeah, I think we've done a lot of extra content here.
I feel like it might be over here, though. Oh, but there was that one other thing. In the library, there was that ominous aura, right?
Yeah.
That is a, what do you call that? Like a battle arena? What do you call that? Like a not a boss rush, but an enemy rush.
Oh, okay.
Where
that's cool.
Where it's this, like 10 times in a row, like arena.
Oh, okay.
Arena fights 10 times in a row or whatever.
That's a cool extra feature.
Yeah.
Does that only unlock after you beat the game?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the only time that the library actually gets expanded. So yeah, it's difficult. I think I tried it probably 10 or 15 times. Oh, come on, ladies. It's time to meet our makers. Oh my god.
Look how happy she is.
Why would you say it like that, ladies?
She's happy to meet God.
Is.
You know you have to die to meet God, miss.
I wonder if the chain mace... I mean, they all have the exact same attack power except for the ladle. But I wonder if they actually do anything differently damage-wise. Doesn't seem... Maybe this one stuns more than the others. But, I mean, look at that... Look at this stun bar. It basically goes nowhere. Come on, get stunned. Get stunned by me. I know I'm stunning. I'm stunning.
Friendly Cosmonaut agrees.
Yeah.
I sent her a photo of you, sorry. I got her email off of the...
Oh my god. How did you get a photo of me?
Well, I have lots of photos of you. You're Ed.
Which one did you use?
That was a very flattering one.
From when I was like 10?
She was charmed.
Oh.
She
She
found
actually
you to be...
responded?
Yeah, she found you to be really charming,
Okay.
and she agreed to the documentary idea.
Dude.
So that'll be happening. Yep.
You did it.
Yeah. Yeah, the documentary's going through.
That's amazing.
Yep.
If you didn't hear, I can't even lie
I
about this.
waited until we were at the end of an LP to tell you. I didn't send you a text message or a message on GChat or anything. I just waited, and I forgot about it, that she agreed to do this big project that we had been talking about a month ago as a big joke.
That's understandable that you would forget.
And then I just remembered it just now that it's going to be happening for real.
Okay, that's not right. It is. So
yeah, I mean, the gameplay pretty solid. The control in the game is pretty solid. The design, the look of it, the visuals, pretty good. Music is great, like the other Momodora games. Or yeah, What else?
I mean, you know, I've had some minor quibbles with it, and of course nothing's perfect. But overall, I liked it enough to play through it twice.
Yeah, I think overall it's pretty solid. I think the biggest problem is probably the teleporters. Is that the biggest problem? It might be the biggest issue that I think I have with it.
I actually don't think that's as big a problem during the game. It's only when you realize that. I mean, because when you're playing through the game, it's not like you need to go to other places. You only need that when you're getting towards the end, or you want to go back and find stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, it's either that or the visual clutter was the biggest problem with the game, and that I would say is the one thing that doesn't change, does not let up during the game from the beginning to the end. That's the one thing that sticks in my head.
Just the effects.
Just the amount of stuff on screen.
Yeah.
Especially during combat.
It's distracting.
Yeah, and you know the enemies do have those red indicators, which is nice to sort of let you know that you need to roll out of the way. But it can be tough to see them. And sometimes you'll just die for something you couldn't possibly have foreseen. So I think they could have made telegraphing a little better. Also, contact damage.
That's, contact damage. That might be the ugliest, actually.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that might actually be worse than the lack of teleporting.
I mean, it's really not a huge offense all on its own.
It does so little damage that it might as well just not be in it. Right? It's just there to kind of annoy you.
Yeah, I feel like that's really all it accomplishes.
Because you can only take 2, maximum 3 hits from a real attack that you're getting hit by. And you can probably take 10 or 12 contact damage hits. So it's rarely devastating. It's rarely enough that it's gonna be the difference between life and death in this game.
And it's quite possible that it's something.
Was that a secret wall?
Where?
To the left over here?
Nope.
Oh. It's time to meet our makers. Yeah. What? Why?
So we're going back up to the final area. I guess this really is not as large of an area as I thought. It's really just this one loop. And I would like to get back to the library, but to get back there, we have to go all the way back. Backtrack. I would be surprised if the contact damage thing was something they even consciously considered. If they said to themselves, maybe we should not have contact damage. I wonder if they just took it for granted and they were like, oh yeah, we're going to have contact damage, but maybe didn't even think about it consciously.
Yeah, it's in so many platformers.
Yeah.
It's by default, it's in platformers. Whereas I think, the opposite should be true.
Agree. There's also a new game plus. But, you know, from what it sounds like, it's probably identical. Did say you get some more experience, but the enemies are harder, so I assume it all kind of balances out. Let's go ahead and give that the old SKIP.
Skip.
So, okay, so at least the map stays filled out, which is nice. But do we get to warp now? Or was that only after you beat the game?
I wonder.
4x.
If it's new game plus, probably not. They probably make you get to your upgrades again.
Yeah.
Do you have your upgrades?
I don't have the double jump. Yeah.
So there's no way they're gonna let you just warp.
Oh yeah, that would be game breaking.
Yeah. So I think we answered that question without even having to officially find out.
So I mean, I get why the reception for this game was a little colder than for Minoria Reverie Under the Moonlight, and I kind of understand that because there are some points, as we just discussed, that I'm kind of boggled by.
Yeah, I think Reverie really put Ardyne or Bomb Service on the map.
And Ardyne.
Yeah.
The director, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense.
But I don't know if I want to say a step back necessarily, but
it's certainly different. But
yeah,
I think you're right.
But I think it doesn't have the same qualities that Reverie Under the Moonlight had that really brought in a broader audience.
I mean, let's be clear, it's still a fantastic game. I certainly think so.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid overall.
Get out of here. So we can go back to the menu here.
So yeah, that was Minoria.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to play this game on the channel because it kind of went under some people's radars. But if you liked it, you should check it out. what else do we have? Guess that's about it. Yeah, I mean, they just put out another patch for it. They added those new weapons, and yeah, I mean, I certainly think it's worth it. So if you enjoyed what you saw, you can get it on Steam. Just go to steam.com/GameSoup, and you get 10% off your next purchase.
Don't lie. We can't pretend we have a sponsorship from Steam.
We do have a
We
sponsorship.
should get a good old games sponsorship. You know, you can get referral links
I
for
didn't
good
know
old
that.
games. Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh,
I mean,
No.
I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're judicious about who they give their referral links to.
I would rather just get my game on GOG instead of get.
I know, but
referral links.
we can advertise. We can advertise for good old games, and you know they give the advertisers a cut. They would give us a cut. We'd basically be taking a sponsor on, and so we couldn't say terrible things that we usually say on this channel.
I actually wouldn't say anything bad about GOG, believe it or not. I have nothing bad to
I
say
know we
about
never
them.
said. I wasn't saying specifically about GOG,
But
but
you mean
do you
just-
want me to tell you some terrible things about good old games?
No.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
You had me for a second.
Ha. You know, we badmouth Steam. That's our platform. We have 2 games on Steam.
Yeah.
But
But
Yeah.
that's deserved, and GOG is not in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form.
well, we deserve to be trashed on Steam.
I guess we do, don't we? For trashing Steam, do we deserve to be trashed? I guess
No,
we do. Oh.
no, that's
Oh.
not true.
Okay.
All right.
No, I believe
so
you.
go ahead and buy GameSoup, buy Inferno Racket, and buy Minoria on Steam. All right. We dragged this on for way longer than it needed to be.
It didn't stop recording.
That's about all. Peace out.